And hi everyone, this is Jen coming to you live from Singapore. And what did I say? Did I say good morning? Good evening, right? Yeah. So anyway, thank you once again for catching me live on my replay. For those who are watching me for the first time, yeah, I'm Jen again. I'm a mom. I'm working mom to 2 teenage boys staying in Singapore. And I'm also a digital business owner where I help everyday people who wants to learn how to earn online but doesn't know how to, and to help them to set up this online business. So for those of you who have been supporting me for the last couple of days, thank you so much. You know, I've been on this 10 days go live journey. Today is my day 6, where the next few days I'll be sharing with you and inviting some of my business partners on my page to share about their own journey. So without further ado, today I'm going to invite this awesome person, my business partner. Her name is Rebecca, and let me invite her to my page now. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Thank you for accepting this invite. I know Rebecca is a stay-at-home mom, very busy mom for 3 children, 3 lively young girls. So thank you once again. And I'd like to take this chance to ask Rebecca to introduce herself to our audience.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Rebecca So, a stay-at-home mom of 3 young girls aged 3, 6, and 9. And yeah, I'm also a digital mompreneur um, of in this online community. Yep.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I've always feel very interested is that, staying at home is really not easy job. In fact, it's one of the most busiest job one person can get, and many times very little recognition because people will think, hey, stay at home very easy, right? Nothing to do. But the interesting thing is, I would really want to understand is how Rebecca has evolved from a stay-at-home mom to a digital mompreneur, right? So maybe before we go there, I'd like Rebecca to share with us, before you become an online business owner, what were actually some of the challenges or struggles that you were facing?
Yeah. Sure. Like, it's a very long story, but yeah, I'll keep it short. But uh, some of the challenges that I face and struggles that I faced before coming into this, I was, like all of you know, I have been a stay at home mom for close to almost 9 years now. So, being a stay at home mom, mm, it's not easy, like Jen said, but um, no no one in this world has anything easy, right? But still,
Yeah,
being a mom, before I became a mom while working, I actually had miscarriage. So I understood the importance of you know being present and really wanting to be there for my kids. So but actually, the moment I quit my previous job as an early childhood leader, I was pregnant with my first.
mm,
Yeah. So that was how I became a stay-at-home mom. But being a stay-at-home mom, being a stay-at-home mom, you don't have colleagues or anyone to talk to, right? So sometimes
right.
I would feel lonely.
Mm-mm.
And of course, there will be like financial worries. Am I right?
Oh, right.
Because even though I do so many things, but the moolah doesn't comes in. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I definitely hear you. Thanks for sharing, Rebecca. And it is a very real situation. We are often caught in between, right? Like being present for our child, but then like the loneliness because day in, day out, you're just faced with either the child or the dishes or the laundry,
Hmm.
right? So
Yep.
this is a very real thing. And someone who you come from a school, preschool environment, you are even more stuck, I would say, because you know that being present for your child is so important, right? And that is without second thought what you think you would do. But like you
Yeah.
said, that being said, it means that you sacrifice the part which is not able to bring in the income, lah, right?
Yeah.
So then you, what makes you decide that you want to explore this online business then? Because you could have been continuing doing what you want as a stay-at-home mom, but what makes you or trigger you wanted to do something?
Very simple. So for me, actually, when I before I came across this opportunity, I was actually in the midst of going through interviews, a series of interviews, like thinking of going back to the workforce, right? Going back to the early childhood industry, which is very much in demand, even though
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, even though I was like a few years, like not in touch with it. So I went back, and actually within the first few second interview, someone wanted me to start in the next month. But at the time, I actually signed a employment contract because they say, oh, we're gonna open one center very soon, in 2 months, I think. So before that, you will need to um like prepare to start the school
Right.
with no pay.
Oh, no pay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yet. So at that point of time, I was like, my youngest was actually still a few months old. So after signing, I was like, I did not have the peace at all.
Mm,
And yeah, so after just 2 days of signing, I called them and I said, I think, because they kept telling me that, oh, we have better candidates, but we chose you because you were so sincere. But I think mainly because I was Singaporean also lah.
mm,
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't want to think much, but because I didn't have the peace, and
mm,
my husband was also saying, then why not just try, reject first if it's
yeah.
really if you really don't have the peace. So which is what I did. So after that contract thing, and after hearing all the interviewers telling me that, as a like principal or supervisor, you would have to be on standby when there is short of staff,
Mm,
where you might need to work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. because they were very concerned that I have a very young girl at home waiting for me. So I was
yes.
saying, oh, is that so?
Mm,
How come? And they say,
mm,
oh, yeah, as a principal, you need to make sure that the center is operating well, right? So
yeah.
if the cook doesn't come, you need to cook.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the back end thing that people don't see,
Mm,
right? And then they say, oh, if there's not enough teacher, you need to teach. I mean, I'm okay with that, but
mm,
so then it brought me into another thinking process of, if I were to get paid to actually be away from my girls and potentially not see them throughout the whole day, is it really worth it?
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, and if I'm gonna take that pay that they're gonna give me in taking care of other children, I'm gonna take that pay and then put it into infant care, child care, or anything. Is it really worth it? Yeah, so that brought me into like, I need to look for something. But it was quite impossible, you know, like nothing was coming out.
Mm,
Nothing met my requirements, and everything
mm.
seemed quite impossible. Like cannot, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you, Rebecca, because this is so real because many of us, right, and what I'm really hearing is we all at some point traded our time for money, right? Of course, money and bringing food to the table is important, but at some point, right, we question ourselves: is it really worth it? Because you had to trade that with time with your family, and especially your young children, and especially you think that, hey, I'm going to get this X amount of pay, looking after other children, other people's children, and my own children have to pay X amount to leave it in the care of other people, then you will feel like actually it may not be worth it after all, right? And it's like nothing beats the having own mommy around, and moreover is early childhood trained. What's more, even better, for us to be around for our own children. And like you say, many times when employers, when they want us to work for them, they expect us to work long hours and even putting in extra hours. And we were just talking about that then. Hey, no, I'm not going to sell my soul to the organization, and then what's going to happen to me, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, for me, uh, I always believe like our children and kids are only young ones, and I've
Yeah.
seen, you know, like firsthand the benefits of having, you know, stay-at-home moms taking care of their children when I, you know, was caring for theirs.
Yeah.
So I could see the benefits. I could see the difference between, you know, those who work and those who stay
Yes.
home. The
Absolutely.
children, I mean.
Mhm.
So
Correct.
when my first two got the benefits, and then after the few rounds, my husband asked me, "Then isn't it very unfair that the youngest don't get your care?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
feel unfair?" So I'll be like, "But then the money, how?" Right? It's a
Yeah.
struggle. That was, yeah.
Yes, yes. So after all this, you decided, okay, no, right? You want to do something and make sure you got the money. So why why this online business? Then that's when you say, okay, you decided not go back to that company.
Mm-hmm.
And then what makes you choose this online business? Because you started to look for alternatives, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it was very simple. If I want something to work for me as a stay-at-home mom, which,
Mm,
you know, I have a long list of things to do, right?
yeah.
I need the biggest thing is flexibility, and I need something that will not make me be desk bound, or, you know, like I cannot commit according to your hours that you need me to commit.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I really needed to literally work anywhere, anytime, according to
Yep.
what I want. Yeah, which
Yes.
is what I found in this online business.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Because you can look at something that works around your own schedule and fits your schedule and your kids' schedule, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the biggest blessing that I have found, and the so far the only thing that really works for me.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, we all are very clear about what we don't want. So then naturally we are clear about what we want. So after being an mompreneur for a while, can you share with us, right? What are some of your biggest transformation since you started this business?
Of course. For me, it was very clear. You know, when I started this online business, as a mom, it is always a very common thing where my photo gallery is always filled with my children, with them all smiling and never mine, because I always felt inferior, and I never felt good enough. I never felt I was worthy enough. But
Mm,
you know, this all changed while I was going through this whole journey from not smiling much to, I feel I'm more radiant now. I can glow with the smile and stuff like that. To me, I feel I'm I can I'm happy from the inside out
Mm,
because I am happy to be able to have that flexibility, the things that I want, and I'm able to share it with people and inspire people to come forward,
yeah.
which is what I thought, going back to work is the only way to, like, oh, I can inspire you and help you and make things very nice for you. But that is the expense of time away from my girls, which is not what I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
having this, being able to do it, I am able to find the gratitude, the blessings, and yeah, be have the overflowing blessings, and be really happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember I interviewed you about 2 years ago, your first time, right? Then I
Uh-huh.
really want to share, right? I see such a huge transformation in terms of your radiance and your confidence.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
yeah. Co-
you
Confidence, yes.
yes, I
Because I
really
will
want to.
never stand in front of the camera to speak to anyone. What more
Yeah,
live, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I really applaud you, and
This really
I
came.
myself seen that happening to you, and I thought it's good. I want to share. So thank you for sharing with us. All these very awesomeness that happened to you. You know, can you just tell us at the top of your mind what will be the three things that you love about this online business other than the flexibility?
For me, I love that, I get to enjoy the quality time with my family. I get to do the things that really matters without compromising, time with them. And what I really, sorry, my youngest is crying. So
Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but for me, I really appreciate how we have a really huge global community to support us no
Mm-hmm.
matter what happens. And yeah, we are there to uplift each other in our journey. And there's no office politics. I don't have to, be involved in any, like, office politics or
Yes, yes,
any, yeah, or
yeah.
the hours, and I don't
All
have to
the
be bound in
yeah,
any way that I didn't like. Yeah.
yes. Thank you for sharing. So before we let you go, right, and attend to your daughter, so sorry.
No
What
problem,
would
no
be
problem.
your last, maybe share with us some words of inspiration for our audience who are watching us now? Maybe they're stay-at-home mom, maybe they are just working mom, or anyone who happen to chance upon this video and just thinking about what to do. Yeah.
For anyone who's watching this, I believe you're watching this for a reason. And like, if you really want to have a change in your life, you really need to do something that you have never done before, to do something different. Or because if you don't do something different, it will always stay the same. When nothing changes, nothing will actually change, right? Yeah.
Yes. Right. Thank you so much. You're absolutely right. If nothing changes, nothing will change. So if it's something that you have always dreamed of a better to change for a better life, right? We always think that how we wish our life could be better, how we wish this and that. So if you have been thinking about it, what Rebecca said is truly, you know, so true, right? Because you need to take that first step to make change. So
Yeah.
if you have been thinking about it, and just wondering what we are doing and just like to find a little bit more, do connect with us, be it Rebecca or myself, we'll be happy to share with you a little bit more. Yeah, with that, thank you, Rebecca, so much for your time. And thank you everyone who is catching us live or replay. And do stay tuned tomorrow as I bring another of my business partners to share her journey with you. With that, once again, thank you and have an awesome evening. And thanks, Rebecca.
Thank you, Jen.